Genetically modified organisms in Nigeria has remained controverted, despite the fact that the agencies responsible are doing everything to clear the air on this. We assured in one of the episodes that as events unfold, we shall revisit GMOs. Today, we have the National Biosafety Management Agency, and that agency's Director General, Rufus Egbegba, is my guest. Thanks for joining me on Insight.
Thank you. My pleasure to be
You are not a new face on Insight since the argument for and against GMOs started raging in Nigeria. You have always been a regular face on Insight. And today we are not here to ask you what is your agency doing. We are only asking you what is the status of biosafety enforcement in Nigeria thus far.
Thank you very much. The status of biosafety enforcement in Nigeria, but there's need for us, for those who may be watching this program, talking about, listening to issues of biosafety for the first time, there's need for them to understand what is biosafety and why do we ensure biosafety enforcement. Biosafety simply means the adoption of measures and procedures to ensure that the practice of modern biotechnology and the use of genetically modified organisms, which are products of modern biotechnology, are safe for human consumption and to the environment. In essence, there's also need for us to know what is modern biotechnology and what are GMOs. Modern biotechnology is a scientific tool to develop, to modify any organism to achieve a particular goal. And when these products come out, they are called genetically modified. For instance, you can move a gene from another organism that is not related, that is material of inheritance, from a related organism to another organism for it to effect a particular change. That organism the effect has been been made on is known as genetically modified organism. For instance, we have genetically modified maize, genetically modified beans, which is that beans has not been released.
I get the point. You have said this before. Now, what's the status in Nigeria?
Yes, the status in Nigeria presently is that Nigeria as a country has played a major role in international affairs. We have signed international agreements on biosafety, and we have also domesticated the biosafety Cartagena Protocol, which is an agreement, international agreement. And Nigeria has established a National Biosafety Management Agency. And also we have a law. We also have regulations and policy. Presently, the staff of the agency are well trained. And as part of enforcement measure, we now have a National Biosafety Genetically Modified Organism Detection Analysis Lab, so that we can really ascertain the type of genetically modified organism we need in this country, and also to confirm whether any particular organism is genetically modified or otherwise. As for the status of the biosafety in this country, we have actually been able to try as much as possible to domesticate biosafety and to ensure that products that are genetically modified, we should be able to ascertain which is safe and which is not safe. I think we are prepared to ensure that the sector of modern biotechnology is adequately regulated for safety to human health and to the environment.
Okay. Last time you were on the program, I was concerned about biosafety in Nigeria. Is it all about Nigeria, or you have a network with other African countries? Let's look at the bigger picture now. Africa. What's the status in Africa?
Biosafety as a country, globally, it was adopted in the year 2000, and subsequently, other countries have also keyed into ensuring that the domesticated international agreement, which Nigeria has also domesticated. And in Africa, presently, we have Ghana, Burkina Faso, South Africa, even Uganda, Sudan, even Egypt, Kenya. They are major players in the biosafety in Africa. But I can tell you with all modesty and sense of humility that Nigeria, within a short time, we are a major player on biosafety issues in Africa. So Nigeria as a country has been able to train manpower, that we have a well-trained manpower within and outside the country. And as a matter of fact, we can now review applications, carry out risk assessment on any genetically modified organism. We can also analyze and detect which is genetically modified or otherwise. And
so the question now, with what you have said, why the contention from several quarters? Some people are saying it's a gimmick, it's not good, all that, people should not accept it. Why the contention? Yeah,
the contentions over genetically modified organisms is not unusual. This is a novel product. You see, genetically modified organisms just came into the world in the year 1996, which is about 20 years old, and being a product of scientific discovery, people have alluded that this can cause health to humans and also cause health problem to humans. It can also cause some challenge to the environment. And what are these major challenges that we are looking at? We are looking at the area of invasiveness of genetically modified organisms suddenly become more dominant than the conventional crops that are in that particular environment. And also non-intended effects. For instance, when you modify genetically modified for particular insect resistance, it should not affect other insects, because other insects belong to the biodiversity family. So you have to ensure that the modification is for specific purpose, not for diverse purposes. So, and again, to human health, we are looking at the issue of toxicity, allergenicity, whether you become allergic or toxic. And that is why we have biosafety, to ensure that these adverse effects do not manifest.
Let me now come down to biosafety, which is your primary turf now, because you are the National Biosafety Management Agency now. Would you say, with the distractions you have gotten so far since the establishment, I know there are litigations against you, there's always this protest against you, you have an opposing camp saying that the team must not stay. Would you say you have achieved much?
Yes, we have achieved much. Before now, the Nigerians were not talking about GMOs. They were not even talking about the safety aspect of it. With the advent of the agency, right now we are concerned what are the likely adverse impacts. And the agency has tried as much as possible with the limited resources to be able to say Nigerians need not to panic over the issues of genetically modified organisms. The National Biosafety Management Agency has been established by government, empowered by government, to ensure that the products are safe to the environment and human health. So the challenge of people talking about a new organism out of fear and so on and forth, it is not unusual, but it is also an attribute to any new technology in the world. People will say this thing, people want to adopt technologies with caution. So those who are attempting, they are trying to adopt them with caution. It's not unusual, but the agency is here to ensure that safety is guaranteed, safety is assured, so they need not to be afraid. Should there be any question in any sector about this particular product, the National Biosafety Management Agency is always available to provide answer to such questions, and Nigerians are well protected with the establishment of the agency.
Well, the concern rather has been the fear of the fact that cancer ailments are all over the world, and I'm not a scientist, but the fear is that much of the cancer ailments we have around are tied to the consumption of GMOs. Can this be true?
Well, cancer has
been an agency like you.
Cancer has been in existence even before the introduction of genetically modified organisms, and the agency is here to ensure that none of these products that are genetically modified will cause cancer or cause any adverse impact. We are to ensure that these are prevented and these do not allow to enter the food chain. So we will not accept anything that can cause cancer or that can cause any adverse effect to the environment. So the agency is here to ensure that the issue of fear about cancer does not manifest from the product. And you must also understand too, over the years, people have been dying of so many ailments, and some of them actually are caused by cancer. But because of lack of adequate medical facility, we are unable to discover what was killing people. But with the coming in of advanced medical feats, I think the world is becoming more precise on what is really killing people, what are the causes of cancer. And even the cause of cancer itself has not been well known, but it is known that it's a result of multiplicity of cells, a particular part of the human.
So the question now is, if an agency is established by government, funded by government, budgetary allocations made for that agency, and now people are working against it, for whose interests?
Well, if you look at those who are against the agency, they are not just being objective, because the agency is here to protect you, to make sure that the products do not cause any harm to you or to the environment. I expect those who are against the agency to support the agency, unless they don't want the agency to ensure safety to the human health and environment in the adoption of this technology. But we will not be distracted by such actions of those people. All we are here is to serve the people of Nigeria, and we will continue to do that to ensure that Nigerians are protected, and that is our responsibility.
If you go on social media, you see all sorts, posts, plastic rice, all that. That leads me to this. We hear there are a lot of unregulated GMOs in the big malls, in the shops across the country. What are you doing about this? Are you aware of this?
Yes, so we are still in the process of surveying. We are carrying out a more or less daily survey of genetically modified foods in superstores. And we have cause to really believe that there are some products that are genetically modified foods in the superstores, which we have directed to be removed from the shelf, because the law is still new and a lot of people don't really have knowledge. Although absent the ignorance of the law is not an excuse. But
they're supposed to be in the shops if you certify them.
If they are certified, if we certify them safe, working with NAFDAC, they can be in the shelves, because we don't have a law against genetically modified organisms. What we have is that any product that is genetically modified or genetically modified food must be certified safe before they are consumed by anybody, or for trade or for any purpose.
Now, our fear now is Nigeria has a huge population. Your agency is just in the numbers. Will you catch up? Or you have plans to expand your staff strength or build their capacity or capability?
You see, the population of Nigeria is a major asset to this country. It means it will boom, because really business will boom in Nigeria. And you can see Nigerians are most Nigerians really look healthy. But however,
is it because
the agency is here to protect Nigeria, to make sure that they don't eat unhealthy food, they don't eat unhealthy crops. So the agency being established, the number does not really matter, but how equipped that we are scientifically and also with equipment. With the number of staff we have presently, we are definitely going to increase the number. But what we have presently, we are able to cope with what we are doing, but we need more staffing and accommodation and other facilities. But our knowledge base is a knowledge-based regulation, and scientifically enhanced as well. So with what we have on ground, we have no doubt that we shall be able to, no matter the number of the population we have in Nigeria, we'll be able to cope with what we have been assigned to do by law.
Okay, I know that security most times is built on intelligence.
Yeah.
Now, your agency has a lot in the sound. You're enforcement, you're into enforcement, you're regulating. And largely you desire and you need the cooperation of the people. How would Nigerians go about assisting you succeed in what you're doing? For instance, I walk into a shop somewhere, let me not say Abuja, somewhere maybe in the northeast, somewhere in the south, maybe in the southwest, or the southeast, or northwest. And by dint of being inquisitive, I realized that there's a GMO product on the shelf that has not been certified by your office. How do I get to you? This is very important.
Yes, as part of bringing our office proximity to various zones of this country, we intend establishing in the interim 3 zonal offices. And apart from that, we also have our website, which you can always, we have our contacts in our website. We have the National Biosafety Management Agency website. Even if you just type in NBMA, it will pop out. So the Nigerians...
NBMA?
Yes, okay. It will even pop out. And apart from that, we're also working closely with other line agencies. We have signed memorandum of understanding with NAFDAC, Standard Organization of Nigeria, Nigerian Agricultural Quarantine Service, Nigerian Seed Council, and some other. We are at advanced stage of concluding our MOU with Nigerian Customs Service.
I didn't hear you mention the National Orientation Agency.
Well, we have not done that. We need
offices in all the political units in Nigeria.
I think now that you have mentioned it, we will consider that possibility, so that particularly in the area of biosafety communication
and the aspects of mindset reorientation. It took me a while to try to buy into GMOs.
Yeah.
As enlightened as I'm thinking I am.
Yeah.
So
I think yes, National Orientation Agency, I think it's going to be a very good partner with look at the possibility of getting across to them to see how we can really collaborate.
Okay. So as a Nigerian, how aware are Nigerians about issues like this?
The awareness is still very low because Nigeria is a very big country. And communication is also a very serious business. It costs money to really come out to create greater awareness. And part of the awareness is what we are doing presently. I'm here with you, and I'm sure Nigerians are watching. And it will also serve as a part of getting them informed of what we are doing and to assure them that they need not worry. And we continue to do that. We're actually creating other platforms apart from the fact that we have the website. And not everyone that will go into the website, but we also have opportunity of creating an annual event known as National Biosafety Conference. This year, so we are going to Edo State, and Nigerian stakeholders are normally invited. And when we get these stakeholders, and they go back and also inform their members, I think it's a way of also creating awareness. And we're also developing communication strategy to say that as many people as possible are aware of what we are doing, and so that the fear is being created here and there will be reduced.
Okay, now, when something happens at the center in Nigeria, most times to replicate it down becomes a problem. The states, talking about maybe agencies of MDAs in charge of agriculture, Minister of Agriculture, we used to have agricultural development program at the state and the local government. Are they in sync with what you're doing? You see, and not that you're singing this song and they're singing a different song.
You know, we in the Federal Ministry of, the agency is under the Federal Ministry of Environment. Okay. We normally have annual national conference on environment. At last year's conference, we proposed to the states that we are present, and which means that there should be a biosafety desk in all the state ministries of environment, which was adopted. It's a means of actually bringing the states to understand what is going on and also to get a buy-in into the national biosafety system. And we're also trying to also mainstream biosafety into the national system so that all the sectors of the economy, we get to be very conscious of what is biosafety all about, so that when you are doing research, particularly those who be in the agricultural sector, we're able to understand the need for them to apply biosafety to ensure that there's safety in their approach to research and development.
So the simplest argument I've come across is, why do you think the organic crop is more expensive and the GMO is cheaper? That is a very simple argument used. And they tell you, that's why you have to avoid it.
You see, there is a trade war ongoing. The organic farmers, agrochemical companies, and the biotech companies, there is a divide. But we don't want to go into that trade. What we are looking at is the safety, and that's what we'll continue to look at. So the issue of saying GMOs are cheaper, these are cheaper, well, it depends on the producer. If you want your product to be cheap, so be it. If you want your product to be expensive, you get higher premium, you should convince the consumers. It is not our responsibility to do that. Ours is to ensure that the products are safe.
Okay. At times, I imagine your job being that of the interior designer who comes to furnish a house whose wall is 50 meters concrete. He needs to pierce so much, and that's what you're undergoing now. Now, a lot of Nigerians still believe that your agency, the main agency, the safety agency, is a mold that has come to function for one multinational to buy into what is not cultural to us. Can you reassure Nigerians again?
You know, the issue of people thinking that genetically...
That is the assumption.
Modern biotechnology is a global science, scientific tool. And GMOs are not going to be produced by one particular country. Presently, we have the National Biotechnology Development Agency, we have Agric Research Council, we have I think 16 or 15 Agric Research Institutes and colleges of education, and conventional universities, and even universities of agriculture doing genetic engineering. All these products are going to come, these institutions are going to come out with products. So Nigeria is a new entrant into it. So let nobody assume that these are foreign products. Nigerian institutions have the ability to produce GMOs.
So the time is now.
Yeah.
So tell Nigerians that before you go.
Nigerians should be rest assured that the National Biosafety Management Agency is here to protect you from any adverse impact of genetically modified organism, either to the environment or to human health. We will never allow anyone that is not safe. Be rest assured we are here for your interests.
Dr. Rufus Egbegba, it is always nice talking with you.
It's my pleasure.
By the time we hit the next discussion on GMOs and safety, biosafety, you would have been at the level of maybe accomplishment, not trying to convince the people now.
Yes.
And I believe you have done so much to convince the people so far.
Yes, we continue to convince them. You know, new people will need to be convinced. So even though we convince a set today, new people will come in and say we are not aware. So we'll continue to do that so that Nigerians will not have fear.
Thank you so much, Director General, CEO, National Biosafety Management Agency.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be on your platform.
Okay. Up next on Inside is the media review segment. Stay with us.